good morning, and welcome to the Short Vol Show. My name is David Lincoln, and I am broadcasting to you live from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, home of the Pilgrims. And yes, I am related to Abraham Lincoln. And as Donald Trump has this historic summit with the leader of North Korea, we are experiencing breaking news as VXST is rebranded VXND. And VXMT is rebranded VXSM. Now, those seem kind of obvious why they would change those names to be that. It makes it more clear. It used to be like one was like short term versus medium term. And now it's like 9 days versus 6 months is kind of what the deal is. As we come into today, the major indices are up a little, and VIX up slightly. Not a whole lot going on. As we get closer to expiration, though, we're seeing the VIX and the front month future slowly converge. Thus, even with VIX up slightly, futures down slightly. We dip below 10 in UVXY briefly. Let's take a look at major news headlines today real quick. Sorry, it's been a busy week for me in other parts of my life, so I haven't been able to broadcast very much. Obviously, the summit and all the photos coming out of it on the head of the news stories. It's kind of funny. I did hang out with Dennis Rodman once, and I found him to be quite an awkward individual, actually. I'm not going to go into the exact details of what occurred, as that was back in my sort of Wolf of Wall Street days. So, but I can say that when I did hang out with him, Kid Rock was also present. And Kid Rock was wearing a pink cowboy outfit. Anyway, so that was an interesting situation, but definitely strange. Ooh, that looks like that sound is Thinkorswim calling back with my support ticket. I asked them if they could add VX3 day and all that. Okay, it says the old symbols will continue to send out data until June 15th and then switch over to the new symbols. That's weird, because the old symbols are not putting out any data as far as I can tell. Let me write back to them, because the old symbols, it looks like, are just like not available. VXMT. Oh no, they are. They're sending out stuff. I was looking at the wrong column. Okay, so on Thinkorswim, we did get an update live while we were on the channel saying, let me pull it down so you can read it maybe. And I'll get my head out of the way here. All right, so it says, good morning. The old symbols will continue to send out data until June 15th and then switch over to the new symbols. So leave the old symbols on your Thinkorswim for VXST and VXMT, and they'll automatically switch over on the 15th. So that's great. Thank you for the info and prompt response. Okay, so that's great. Always happy with Thinkorswim and their prompt responses. I actually did put that ticket in right as we were going live here, and they got back to me that quickly. So amazing, Thinkorswim. Good job, guys, and thanks. Anyway, let's take a look at the VIX term structure. We are back into we are expanding contango, which is great. Contango now up to 8.76%, and yesterday it was expanding and the trend continues today as we move towards another expiration. And that's good news for shorts because the stuff is decaying more and more. My position in UVXY right now is I'm just long these D9 puts still, and I haven't done anything against them yet, but they appear to be working right now. As this thing decays, the question is, are my puts decaying faster than UVXY is? But right now they're not. So continue to hang in there with those and look to do something against them. I'm just looking for another little move downwards in UVXY to do something against these long puts I own. Thanks for your patience with the show this week. We had some snafus. There was some video that I actually didn't mean to show publicly, but anyway, interesting insight into the inside workings of a channel. And the Facebook group has been very active, which is wonderful. Thanks to Mike. Thanks to Mike and everybody for keeping that going strong. I've been busy with some side job stuff all week, so haven't been around that much. I apologize for that, but we will continue to bring you live coverage as best we can during those time periods. Let's check with investing.com for a second, see what's going on there. It says Wall Street opens higher as bank stocks rise. Stocks underwhelmed by Trump-Kim deal. Yen and oil jump. It says, a better-than-expected conclusion to the historic meeting between the U.S. and North Korea underwhelmed global markets this morning as investors proved to be more interested in the plethora of key economic data due out this week, as well as the upcoming interest rate decisions from the U.S. Fed, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of Japan. And it looks like Twitter's moving around. Let's see what's happening with Twitter right now. So Twitter up 2. Remember a couple summers ago when Twitter was just sitting there. Twitter finally moving around though. Twitter up 2 today. Let's take a look and see what happened pre-open. Yeah, it was up like $1.75 pre-open, and then it's up more after the open. So Twitter on the rise. MJ stocks just look to be just hanging out, doing pretty much nothing. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today, folks. We are into the trading day, so I'm not going to take up any more of your time, but I do appreciate you joining me briefly today, and best of luck into the trading day today to you.
The TV's on.